and she's gonna be in Sweet, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, wait, I'm sorry, who? And she was like, Jay Wren. And I was like, what's her first name? She was like, Jennifer. Girl, that is my OBGYN. Hello, and welcome back to another vlog. My name is Shaylin Ariel, if you are new here. Today is July 2nd. Can y'all believe that we are already in July? Like, I can't believe we are already like halfway through the year. It is so insane to me. Like, that is just crazy talk. So yeah, today is Tuesday, July 2nd. It's a busy day. My Tuesdays have been busy for the last 3 or 4 months. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have officially used one of my days off of work, which is Tuesdays, to edit and film and kind of cram everything in all in one day. I really did try to like do different things when it comes to my schedule, like when it comes to making sure that I was getting my editing and my filming done and trying to roll the videos out on time and all of that. And I just found that Tuesdays, or taking a designated day off to work specifically on editing and filming, it works best for me. So because today is Tuesday, we are filming a video for tomorrow's upload, and I'm doing a home video. I am getting back to the basics when it comes to my channel, which I'm really excited about. So a lot of you guys found me through my home videos, so my cleaning videos, my apartment tours, my home decoration or home decor videos. When I was doing Fifth and Juniper, that's how a lot of you guys found me. So I'm getting back to the basics. And I just realized that we have, 6 more months left in the year, and I told myself that we are growing. We are growing for 2024. Don't get me wrong, I love my subscribers. I love you guys that are here. Y'all aren't going anywhere, especially the ones that have been here since day one. You know who you are, because I have a lot of y'all that has been here since day one, and y'all are still keeping up with every last vlog. Don't get me wrong, I love and appreciate you guys. However, growth. We want to grow, okay? We want to grow, so we taking it back to the basics. And I was like, home is something that I love. Decor is something that I love. I'm not really a DIY girly, but anything else that revolves around home, like, I'm all for it. So I'm definitely going to start incorporating more of my home videos back into my channel, so just be expecting to see a lot more of those. If you guys have anything specific that you want to see for my home videos, let me know. But today, this is actually something I've been wanting to do. I don't have a pantry in my apartment right now. So right now I use a shelf and like a cabinet for all of my like pantry items. So I'm gonna organize my pantry today, and I'm gonna also try to switch out some of my glassware. I have been wanting to do that for so long, my drinking glasses, because they're old and crusty, and I'm just like, no, I just want some new ones. So I'm gonna go to IKEA here in a little bit, just to see what they have and try to switch it out. If not, I'm trying to avoid like ordering stuff. I don't want to order anything because I hate ordering stuff. When I want something, I want it right then and there. So I cannot stand ordering stuff. But I am looking for a very specific glass and glassware, and like also a couple of wine glasses too. So I'm probably gonna have to order them, but I'm gonna go to IKEA first to see what they have. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Going to IKEA, filming, editing. Hopefully I can get that video up for you guys by tomorrow. And of course, by the time you are seeing this vlog, you would have already seen the home video with the pantry and all of that good stuff, if everything goes well. I also have a doctor's appointment today, which I'm like, dang, out of all days, like, why'd it have to be on Tuesday? My Tuesdays are so busy. I'm not gonna lie, my Tuesdays are so busy. But I have a doctor's appointment today, and we are going to be talking about PCOS. I don't know if y'all remember a couple of vlogs back, I was telling you guys that I wanted to do a updated skincare routine, like talking about my acne and PCOS and all that good stuff. I don't think I'm gonna dedicate like a full-on actual video for that. I think I'm just gonna incorporate it into this vlog that you guys are watching now, because I have this doctor's appointment. It's at 10, and I think it is like 9:30, 9:40, somewhere around in there. So I got a few minutes before, actually, let's see. What time is it? 9:34. So I have a little bit of time before I have to hop on this call with the doctor. And we're just gonna be kind of going over some of the concerns and stuff that I've been having lately when it comes to my skin and when it comes to PCOS. And yeah, this is my OBGYN doctor. She is amazing by is Dr. Jennifer Wren. So if you guys need an OBGYN and you are in the Atlanta area, she is amazing. But I'm gonna be telling her about my skin problems and the fact that I feel like I have PCOS, and I've talked about this before. Actually, we'll get into it later. We'll get into it later because I'm gonna I'll talk to y'all after the doctor's appointment and everything, and then let y'all know what she says. But I just wanted to say that I'm not gonna create like a separate video for it. I'm just gonna put it all on the vlog. So yeah, that's what's going on today. Lots of fun stuff, filming, editing, a doctor's appointment, and which also means I probably won't see y'all like this probably until later, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Yeah, welcome back to another vlog.
Do you have a video by chance?
Can you, oh, you can't see me.
No.
Hold on. I don't know why. Okay.
There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
How are ya?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I am okay.
Good. Yes.
Tell me what we're here to talk about today.
I wanted to talk about the symptoms of having PCOS. I have I've talked to a couple other of my OBs before in the past, and then I also have a dermatologist because I've started breaking out, but I've been breaking out for about 2 years now. And it kind of came out of nowhere, like literally nowhere. So it seems like it was like a bunch of hormonal differences, I guess, or changes. And the dermatologist was like, you know, have you gotten tested for PCOS? This has been in the past. And so when I did go, I mentioned it before, and they would ask me if I went to the dermatologist. So it was kind of like a back and forth thing. So I just kind of want to see, like, for good, like, is it something that I may have? How can I tell if I do have it? Is there anything that I can do? Just because I just want to kind of get it under control. So yeah.
Okay. Well, let's start of PCOS is irregular periods and or inability or infertility. Evidence of elevated androgens. So androgens are your male hormones, specifically testosterone. And that elevated testosterone can either be something that we see clinically in terms of excess facial hair, trouble with acne, or we can see it on blood work and do blood testing to see if those levels are high. And then the last piece of the puzzle for the classic triad is the appearance of polycystic ovaries on ultrasound. So you don't have to have all three of those to have PCOS or have something that's like PCOS. You only have to have 2 out of the 3 technically to make the diagnosis. But in the past 2 years, you've just had a lot of worsening acne.
Yes.
Do you feel like you've got trouble with extra facial hair or hair on your lower abdomen?
Yeah, not on my lower abdomen, but all on my neck and all on my chin.
Okay. So PCOS is a condition where the reason it's called PCOS is because there's a hormonal kind of, I don't know, everybody uses the term imbalance, and that's a horrible way to put it. But basically, what happens is your brain tells your ovary to create what's called a follicle. So this happens every month. And that follicle contains an egg. And in most patients with PCOS, that egg never is actually released. So you create a follicle and you get ready to ovulate, but the follicle doesn't actually pop open, and so you get this tiny, tiny little follicle. And over years of doing this, you get multiple tiny little follicles on your ovaries, and that's why they have this polycystic appearance, just multiple tiny little cysts. Okay? The hormonal shift with all of that, though, hormone is produced in the outside layer of the ovary, and the testosterone levels impact the extra hair growth, the acne, and then also sometimes people will notice a lot of hair loss. That can also be one thing that people have. But that's where the elevated testosterone levels come from. But the other part of this that we don't talk about in the diagnosis, or isn't part of the diagnosis, is what's called insulin resistance. So with PCOS, because of the higher testosterone levels, there is a tendency to be pre-diabetic, or what's also called insulin resistance. So basically, your body, and you may know this already, so if it's too much or too little, just let me know. When you eat sugar, everybody, when you eat sugar, your pancreas secretes insulin. Insulin controls your blood sugar level. In patients with PCOS, your body doesn't respond as well to your insulin. So you're eating and you're making insulin, but the insulin doesn't work as well. And so that leads to trouble with metabolism, can lead to increased risk of fulminant diabetes, increased risk of heart disease, which are other things that happen with PCOS. So there's a lot of different hormonal things that can go on. And so how do we test for it, and how do we confirm whether or not you actually have it?
Good morning. It is the next day. Actually, I lied. It's like 2 days later. From the last time that I talked to you guys, the last time y'all seen y'all, it's like 2 days later. I didn't really do a whole lot of anything but edit and film. I went to dinner with one of my friends last night, so that was pretty fun. Other than that, that was really about it. But today, my family is coming over, so I'm about to go to the store and get some stuff that we're gonna need, like some drinks, some sides. I think my mom is making ribs, so she's bringing the ribs over, some chicken and stuff. So that should be fun, just hanging out. But right now, it's 10:30, and I'm about to go get some coffee real quick because I need it. And I really want to go to Cultivate Coffee, even though it's about 15 minutes away. I'm trying to go to Cultivate Coffee so I can get my, what is it that I normally get? Honey pot.
Alright, so you have the covers right here. And you can, I think they're pretty even.
Thank you.
You are more than welcome. Enjoyed it. It's an English tea, the like London Fog tea. I forget the exact. I meant to look that up too. Exactly. Many people are familiar with it. Yeah, I have to look it up.
Wave Blue?
Yeah, it's matcha.
Okay.
With blueberry, handcrafted organic syrup, and then many people, myself included, like to put a little lavender in it. It's
Lavender?
Nice, yeah, it's a nice blend.
I'll try that.
Okay.
I'll try that.
All right. Okay. And morning.
You're open today.
Yes, we are open. Welcome to Wave 3.
Yay!
That it for you? Just
Yes, that's all.
all right. That part is ready. And I'll get that started for you.
All right, thank you.
I'll be right with you.
Take your time.
Iced matcha latte with blueberry.
Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you. Okay guys, I ended up going to Wave 3. I just wanted to see like what all the hype was about, honestly, because I keep seeing just different YouTubers and creators and stuff go into Wave 3, and it's not far from me. But I'm like, what is going on? And the real reason why I even came here is because y'all know I was going to Cultivate Coffee a second ago. But before I planned to go to Cultivate Coffee, I had called Wave 3 this morning because it's actually a holiday. Today is the 4th of July, which I forgot. I completely forgot that today is 4th of July. So I called them earlier, like around 9 or so, to see if they were open or if they were going to be open today, and I never got an answer. So I was like, oh, they're not open. And then I called Cultivate Coffee, and they were open, and they were like, we're just going to be closing early because of the holiday. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to go and get me some Cultivate Coffee, right? Girl, I'm walking out of the door and I get a call and it's Wave 3. And I'm like, huh? So I talked to them, I answered, and I'm like, hello? And they're like, hey, we got a missed call from you. Like, just super We got a missed call from this number. We were just calling you guys back, or we were just calling you back. We just wanted to see, like, you know, what was going on. I'm like, just real, like, bubbly and energetic. And I'm like, I was just calling to see what your hours are. I just wanted to see if you guys are going to be open today. And he was like, yes, we're open. Come on in. Like, we would love to be able to serve you. Have you been here before? Like, all of this good conversation over the phone. So I was like, what the heck? So I was like, okay, well, I'm coming. So I ended up just rerouting and going to here, Wave 3, to see what the big hype is about. So I told him to get me, like, their most popular drink. And I think this is called the Blue Wave or Wave Blue or something like that. It's a matcha. And I think it's blueberry. I'm not a really big, huge blueberry fan. But we're gonna try it. It looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see. That's the blueberry at the bottom. I got oat milk, matcha, and I think that might be it. I'm not sure. So we're just gonna try it. I'm nervous because I'm not a really big blueberry fan, but let's see. Hold on. Oh. Let me mix it. It's actually really good. Oh. The bottom, I need to mix it. It has lavender in it. And the lavender, like, complements everything else in here. Wow. It's actually really good, guys. It's really good. Wave 3, come on. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be coming back to Wave 3 to get me a matcha. They got coffee too, so next time I'll try the coffee and see what they give out on the coffee too, because y'all know I'm a coffee girly. I love matcha too, but I like coffee. This isn't bad. I think the other thing that I really like about it is that it's not super thick. I don't like super thick matcha, and this isn't super thick. I think that's the main thing that I like about it, is that it's like perfect. Okay, Wave. I was not recording. Say hi.
Hi, Columbus, Ohio. It was raining outside. She forgot to record.
Let's roll this back. Everybody say hi to the vlog. I wasn't recording the first time.
Turn the ceiling fan on. It's kind of hot in here.
So that ceiling fan is about to break. Every time I turn it on, like, the screws in there ain't right.
I knew I should have brought my fan. Someone told me to bring my fan.
It's rained out. Was sitting outside having some drinks, having a good time, but it got rained out.
Keenan on production, y'all. We want to thank y'all for having us. We love you so much and we appreciate it.
Tito's handmade. Shay recommend Tito's handmade. It's actually great with cranberry juice.
If you don't pour the drinks, I'll get the content.
Man, you gotta have your hair like this. Move it back. You gotta have like this.
That's so nasty. Is that going in the hand? No.
Just a little splash.
Mom wants a splash.
You gotta have your hair like this. That's it, Mom?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. You want some cranberry juice? I got it in my hand right. You want a little ice?
Got some ice.
I don't.
It's the rap Midwest, the QB.
And I got all my sisters with me. I shut down in the house.
Shut
Say hi to the vlog.
We was both 22, 23.
And how old are you now? 50? 50
I've been
or
on him for
55?
over 20 years.
And what's going on over here?
Mom's eating. Leave Mom alone.
No, she's trying to feed Bailey.
No, Billy, what you doing, Billy?
Billy. It's the next day. It's later on in the night. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was about to do my skincare. Y'all, never mind my hair. Okay, never mind my hair because I'm getting it done. I think I'm going to get faux locks next week. Yeah, next week. And I'm really trying to hold out and washing my hair until it gets closer to it's time for me to and get my locks, but whoo, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to last, so never mind that. But anyway, I was about to take my makeup and stuff off, and I was about to do my skincare, and I was like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot to update you guys on my skincare routine, like I was telling you guys at the beginning of the video, and give you also an update on the I'm drawing a blank here the doctor's appointment that I also had about the PCOS. So I have pretty much switched all of my products to the CeraVe line. I just find that it's super easy to use. It doesn't irritate my skin at all. So yeah, I use other things sometimes, but for the most part, this has been a staple in my skincare routine for like the last year to a year and a half. So yeah, this is what I use. I'm going to give you guys an update on the doctor's appointment, and then I will tell you guys what I use as I'm talking to y'all. Bailey's trying to come in, so I'm not really sure. Do you want to talk about skincare, or I don't have any treats in here. I don't have any snacks. I don't have any treats, and don't open my door. Okay, bye. Okay, so the first thing that I like to go in with is the CeraVe Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. I like to use this one because it removes makeup. So anytime I have makeup on throughout the day, even if it's just a powder or a foundation or something like that, I use this one to get started. And then I also go in with a double cleanse, and then I use this one, the Foaming Facial Cleanser. And this one cleanses and removes oil without disrupting the cleanses and removes oil without disrupting the protective skin barrier. Lord. So I use this one for a double cleanse. Basically, when you guys heard me talking to the OBGYN about the symptoms and everything that I was having, and she was telling me that all the things that happen with PCOS and like the side effects and where it can come from and all that. First of all, let me just say this. Let me wet my face real quick. Going in with the makeup remover first. So yeah, let me just say this. That lady, we did about 45 minutes on the phone call, and she listened to everything that I had to say. She pulled all of my records. She is I've been going to her for, I think I've seen her like 3 times now. So still fairly new, like when it comes to my OBGYN. I've had others in the past, but I definitely feel like her, I really, really like her. She's just really hard to, she's hard to book or schedule because she's like a really popular OB, I think. So yeah, if you guys do live in the Atlanta area and you're trying to find a good one, she is a good one, but she's a little hard to book. So just keep that in mind. But the the doctor's appointment that I had with her, it was about 45 minutes. She answered all of my questions, and I just feel like she knows her stuff. I told her my concerns. I told her that I really think that I do have PCOS just by all of the symptoms and everything that I've had. Also, some of the tests that I've had done in the past, and she did pull those tests. And that's why I'm like, I just want like a actual diagnosis. And if it's not that, then that's great. But we basically came up with a plan, with a solution to kind of get the ball rolling. I'm going to be doing some more testing and then possibly a ultrasound to see if I have cysts on my ovaries, which that is something that you can actually like see when it comes to a diagnostics. Is that the right word? Am I using like a diagnostics or diagnosis? Maybe diagnosis, y'all know what I mean. When it comes down to them saying this is what you have, I'm going to get some blood work done, blood test. She said that's like the easiest thing to do is to look at the blood work. And then if they need to physically see something, like look down into it further, then I'm going to get a ultrasound done. But we're going to start with the blood work first. And they're checking all the insulin levels and all of that, which in the past, my insulin levels were high. It was a concern, but then I never went back. That was my fault. I just never went back to kind of check up on that. And the reason why was because I didn't like that OB that I went to that did it. It wasn't her. It wasn't Jennifer. It was somebody else. I didn't like her. So I was like, you know what, whatever. So when she pulled my records and saw those high numbers from the past, she was like, yeah, let's go ahead and get those checked out. See what we need to do, order an ultrasound if we need to, and then we can go from there. Next, I'm gonna start my double cleanse with the Foaming Facial Cleanser. So yeah, so I'm actually really happy that we were able to come up with a plan. This one is clear, so, but it foams up, so I like it like that. So I really like and appreciate that we were able to come up with a game plan for my skincare, and she is the type of doctor where she's not just going to send you on your way. I went back and forth between the dermatologist and my past OB, because every single time I would tell the OB that, hey, look, I think we need to check for something deeper, because something is happening on the inside and it's coming out through my face. So I need to find out what exactly is going on. She or they would say, have you visited a dermatologist? So I'm like, I can, but it's on my skin, like it, and I get, you know, the dermatologist helps with skin, but I really feel like the issue is within. It is something inside, and I know that a dermatologist is not going to help with the insides. So I was like, you know, whatever, I'll just get a dermatologist. So that's when I first got the dermatologist. Got them, been to them a few times. Every time I would go in there, their thing was, did you talk to your OBGYN? Did you get tested? I had one dermatologist, specifically a Black woman. This was the last time that I went, which was a few weeks ago. She was the only one that was like, she did ask me, did you get tested for PCOS? And she's like, you know, the numbers are high. Like, women in general have PCOS, but they're really high for Black women. And so she was like, you need to go and get tested. So I told her that I was given the runaround when it comes to getting tested for something, because every time that I would go to the OB, they were like, you need to go see a dermatologist. And then when I went to see a dermatologist, they were like, well, you need to go back to the OB because there's nothing that we can do. And they would give me like topical creams and stuff for my face. Nothing was working. It was like this whole big thing. So I finally took the last dermatologist, this one that I most recently had. I took her advice and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go one last time. I'm going to get in contact with my OB, which was Jennifer, which she had been my OB for a while, but again, she's hard to book. And if you need something done, like sometimes you don't want to wait. Like when I tell you this lady was like a year out at one point, I was like, oh girl, no. And then she switched offices. So yeah, so I was like, let me just try to see. So I booked her. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I booked a, once the Black dermatologist was like, no, this is what's going on. Like, you need to go and see. She's like, don't let other doctors, you know, just kind of shush you away. Like, when it comes to something like this, you need to go and get tested, and you need to find out more information to find out what's going on with your body. They may say, like, oh, it's no cure for it, which they have. They may say it's no cure for it, and they may say, you know, just kind of give you a little something, try to give you birth control and all that to control your hormones, and then send you on your way. But you need to continue to try. If it wasn't for that dermatologist, I would not have, I probably just wouldn't have continued to search and wouldn't continue to reach out with an OB. So anyway, so she told me that, and I was like, and I really took to heart after I left that doctor's office. I was like, she's right. Let me just continue on, even though it's been literally a year and a half of all of this back and forth. You need to see this, you need to see that. I'm like, let me just try one more time. So I just added a little bit more water. So I scheduled an appointment with an OB. It wasn't Jennifer. And when I scheduled it, it was at a location that was kind of far from me. Like, well, it was like a little further out. And I was like, okay, you know, no, I'm sorry. It was at a location that was really close, but the date that they had available was kind of far out. And I was like, dang, you know, I think it was like 2 or 3 months out or something like that. Cause I don't know, something going on with the OBGYNs, but their scheduling, at least here in Georgia, like it's taking forever to get in the schedule. So anyway, so it was close to me, but it was like 2 or 3 months out. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll just go ahead and book with that doctor. So then the lady was like, the scheduling lady at the hospital was like, well, I actually have a further out location that you can go to, and you can get a sooner appointment, like you can get in within the next week. But the location was probably like 20 minutes from me, I believe. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I can do that. Like, even though it's not at the regular location that I normally go to, I can do that. And so she gave me the doctor's name, y'all. She said, okay, so you're going to see Jay Wren, and she's going to be in suite, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, wait, I'm sorry, who? And she was like, Jay Wren. And I was like, what's her first name? She was like, Jennifer. Girl, that is my OBGYN. Like, that's my girl who I've been to like twice already, but I can't never get her because she's just always so booked and busy, honey. We booked and busy. So I was like, hold on, let me wash this off my face and I'm gonna come back. Next, I'm going in with my Tretinoin. I have two. Well, this is the one that I used to use. Again, the OB that I, the ones that wasn't really caring, they gave me this, which was a 0.5 Tretinoin cream, and because they didn't really know what to do. So they were like, hey, you know, try this. When I went to the black lady, when I went to the black OBGYN, she was like, she looked at it, she was like, that is kind of high. And the reason why I wanted to switch it is because this always left like the crusty, it just was really, really hard on my skin every time I would put this on. In the morning, it was just, my skin almost feel like it was just completely peeling off. They said that that would happen in the beginning, but then the peeling never went away when I had this. So when I went to the other one, she was like, no, this is no. Like, she looked into my skin, she looked at, you know, the dosage that they gave me. So she ended up giving me a 0.25, and then this one just works so much better. I hardly ever get the peeling at all anymore, but it's still, I still feel like it works and does what it needs to do. So I wait till my face is completely dry, and then I go in with this. Anyway, back to the story. So she was like, yeah, so you can go to J. Wren. She's at such and such location. I was like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this doctor because I can't ever get in touch with her. She was like, she switched locations, and it's kind of like a whole big thing when it comes to scheduling. So she was like, you want to go to her? And I'm like, yes. So that's how I was able to get back in touch with her. And we had this whole 45-minute conversation. And I'm like, I've been trying to find you. Like, what's going on? I'm just happy that I was able to come up with some kind of action plan, and she worked with me to put it together. And I'm just so happy that we were able to do that, because if it wasn't for the lady that was at the dermatologist office, the other nurse that I had, and, or not nurse, but the other doctor that I had, if it wasn't for her saying, no, you need to reach back out because these are the statistics when it comes to Black women and healthcare. And it's like always like a stigma around that too, how we just kind of get pushed to the side, and, you know, we kind of don't, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing about it. This is not what this video is about, but you guys can actually look it up to find out, like, when it comes to Black women and the healthcare system and being pregnant and fertility issues and all of that. If you just do the research on it, you will see how Black women and women of color are neglected when it comes to the healthcare field. So that's why I was just like, you know what, I thank her. And not all doctors are like that, because I don't feel like Jennifer Wren is like that, and she is not Black. She is a white lady. I don't feel like she's like that at all. But the doctors that I've had in the past, the dermatologists that I've had in the past, my nurses or OBGYNs that I've had in the past, they are really, you can tell that they're just literally like your number, your cattle, and they will get you in and get you out. And they're not really looking and trying to figure out what the solution to your issue is. And I was like on the verge of giving up if it wasn't for this other dermatologist who was a woman of color to tell me, no, you need to keep going. No, I can't help you with your internal issues. I can only help you with your skin issues, but you need to keep going, because these are the statistics when it comes to Black women and giving up in healthcare. And we had like this whole thing. So I appreciate her for that and getting me in touch with Dr. Wren, and I was able to get an action plan together, and yeah, we're going to look further into it. Next, I'm going in with my moisturizing cream tonight. I'm going to be using just the regular CeraVe moisturizing cream. I use this pretty much every night. Sometimes I'll go in with the night cream. It just kind of depends, but tonight I'm going in with this. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on with that. Because I have, you know, the other doctor's appointments and stuff that I need to go to. So as the weeks go on, I'll keep you guys updated with all of that good stuff. And also, as I've been just kind of going over everything and trying to figure out the reasons or why I've been feeling the way that I've been feeling lately and all of that good stuff, I was thinking the other day, I was like, you know, last year around this time when I had the ultimate motivation to work out and do all this stuff, and I'm trying to gain that motivation and stuff back, I had to really think about, like, how did I get there? Because I'm trying to get back to it. So I'm like, how did I get there? How did I get there? Like, what was I doing, you know, mentally? And I know that when my face broke out, Like, this is real. This is real. Well, my face broke out and it was getting worse and worse and worse. I was like, I have to do something. I have to change it because my face, something is going on with the inside of my body. So I got to clean up. I got to eat right. I got to eat clean. I got to work out. I have to balance my hormones. That was the main thing that was driving my motivation, was my skin. Everyone was telling me, I had this multiple times and I was looking it up as well, like on YouTube and all of that. Everyone was saying, including the doctors that I was going to before, that there really is no cure for adult acne or adult hormonal acne. If your hormones are triggering the acne, there's no cure for it. Everyone was saying that. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. I was like, no, I'm going to change up. It has to be something that I'm eating. It has to be my diet. Like, you know, so I was on it and I was dropping the weight. But as I was dropping the weight and I was getting healthier, which was great. You know, I was getting healthy. I was eating right. I was working out, exercising, all that good stuff. As I was dropping the weight, the skin, I may have like a good week or a good few days, and then it would just break out again. So I think as time went on, like as the months went by, month after month after month after month, it's like I slowly have come to the conclusion that this is my new reality. This is my skin. This is where we're at. Like, I have settled with the thought of this is my face now. And some days I have good days. Some days I have really bad days. Some weeks are really good. I might have a clear week, and then the next week I have 10 bumps all over my face. Like, it literally is a case by case, bump by bump, treat each situation. You got to treat it as you go. And the people may have been right. Like, I have not had a clear face in almost 2 years. I have not had a full-on 2 weeks without bumps on my face. Like, I haven't. You go from, again, never having breakouts to breakouts every single day, and it is tough. And then they're under the skin cystic acne. It's just tough. Like, it's tough, okay? It's tough being an adult. I'll be 35 in a few months, and it's just like, what? But I say all that to say that that is what was driving me. Like, I was trying to clear my face up, and I was trying to figure out whatever was going on in the inside is coming out on my face, and I gotta clear that up. But as the months went by, the days went by, and I slowly realized, like, dang, them people were right. The doctors, everybody, YouTube videos, everybody was right. Like, my skin is not clearing up. I think I just got depressed. I got knocked off. And it's like I slowly just stopped doing everything that I was doing. And of course, if you're not working out, you're not eating right, you're going to gain the weight and stuff back. All of that. And I still got bumps. Like, I still have a breakout. So now I'm at the point to where I had to find a way to get the momentum back and the motivation back, regardless of how my face looks. And I'm okay. Like I said, I've settled. I'm like, this is the new reality. I just treat them as they go. Like, I'm concerned about my skin. I hate the way that it looks, but it's not in my head like how it was. So now that I'm over that hump, it's like, okay, now I got to find another healthy balance with getting my weight and all of that under control again. So that's just kind of where I'm at. That's where I'm at with everything when it comes to skin and weight and health and hormones and all of that. Just kind of give you guys like a little bit of update on what your girl got going on. Just trying to find a new motivation, trying to find new momentum, something else that can drive me. You know, nothing is really driving me anymore. Like, I feel like I have nothing, and I'm just like, I'm just doing it. I'm just trying to find ways to just move my body and just do it. And hopefully the motivation will come back to me soon. But your girl been struggling when it comes to motivation. She really has. She's been just struggling, girl. Like, oh, but I think I did come to that reality. I'm like, you know what? This is the new me. And that's not also to say that this can't be corrected. Like, I still got a little bit of hope. I really do. I still got a little bit of hope when it comes to like diet and eating and all that. When it comes to my face, I have a little bit of hope. Even though they say there's no cure, they say that you can't reverse this. I've also seen some videos that says you can. So I'm holding out on hope, you know? Holding out on hope. And that's just what it is.